Yo, what's good, wrestling fan? Welcome back to the Wrestling Heat, and y'all should already know I got some of that sweet and delicious wrestling news baking up for you in the oven right now. So sit down, relax, grab a drink, and let me serve you up a nice hot plate of that wrestling news. And I got some wrestling news about the UK, NXT, grabbing a pretty good signee, new talent, and we got Vince McMahon and Keith Lee. Oh boy, let's get started in this video right about now. And alright, wrestling fam, the very first piece of wrestling news that I got for you is about NXT UK and their new signee that they just got. So let me read what I got for you. WWE has signed Millie McKenzie to NXT UK, and she's pretty good friends with Pete Dunne, even though he plays it off like he doesn't know her, that he doesn't want her around. They're pretty good together on a team. If you want, you should go on YouTube, look up some of their matches that they had together. They had some intergender matches, I believe, as well. But yeah, welcome to NXT UK, and I really can't wait to see what they got for you. And hopefully we can see you here, you know, in the good old US. You know, maybe once or twice, every now and again. But she's pretty good. Look her up. And second piece of wrestling news that I got for you is about Kurt Angle and this little interview podcast thing that he had not too long ago. And he brought up how Vince McMahon pretty much loves to confuse and rile up fans. And I gotta say, if that is true, Kurt Angle, and if that is true, Vince McMahon, if that's what you do just to get a little kick out of us, the fans, I gotta say, yo, that is kind of messed up. You should always try to, you know, make your fans happy. I know you can't make every fan happy, but, you know, poking and prodding at us, you know, makes us feel like crap, and it makes us want to watch something else. So Vince McMahon, if this is true, my dude, you need to stop it, because you know, your views are showing, you know, the dips that are going. So Vince McMahon, and if Kurt Angle is right, Vince, you need to relook on how you treat your fans, and maybe just treat us just a little bit better, because we are the ones that are filling your wallet with cash. So with that being said, moving on to the third thing that I got for you, how WWE wrestlers can violate new social media policy. You already know about the third party thing, and Selena Vega getting fired, and Paige still being on the payroll, and she's still doing her Twitch thing, and they really haven't said anything to her. But it looks like with the new policy that they got going on with the third party thing, you can't do any kind of charities. You can't shout out any kind of charities. It's really, really stupid. And I think, you know, Vince McMahon, if your wrestlers are, contract, I forgot the term to it, but they're not really your property, my guy. You don't own their face. You don't own their body. Only thing that you own is the trademark name to your wrestlers. And I would say, Vince McMahon, if you want your wrestlers to be happy, especially with the pandemic still going on, some of your wrestlers don't have a way to make money because you're not putting them on, you know, the books. Like poor old Bo Dallas. Poor old Bo Leave himself hasn't been used in like over a year, folks. Like, he is still with WWE. But with what I was originally saying about the policies, they can't do charities, they can't do, you know, stuff on Twitch without being given the okay. And I believe the first time is a warning, second time is a fine, and the third time you're out of there. But I will say, I think the wrestlers should be able to do whatever the hell they want outside of the WWE if they use their real name, and if they're not using, like AJ Styles or, Paige or Selena Vega, if they're using their real, names, I would see there would be no problem with it. But with WWE and Vince McMahon and how kung-ho he is about squeezing every dime out of the wrestler, with him getting all the money first and then him saying, here you go, this is what you deserve, this is what you deserve, I find that BS. And Vince McMahon, say it one more time, I think your wrestlers should be able to do whatever they want. Well, not whatever they want. I believe y'all understand with what I'm trying to say. I'm getting a little scatterbrained like always, so let's head on over from this bullcrap with Vince and the policy and move on to Tony Khan. He was actually in an interview, and he was asked about if he would want to work with WWE, and Tony Khan was just like, yo, I'm up to it. I mean, he's working with Impact, he's working with New Japan, AEW is doing their thing right now. They still need to work on a lot of stuff and their women's division, but they're doing some cool things, and I'm digging it. So Tony Khan, Vince McMahon, it would be a cool invasion angle. Think about the money, Vince. Tony Khan, you said you're like the Pandora box to wrestling, and I hope, somewhere down the line, Vince McMahon or whoever takes over, does do some outer promotional stuff, and which would be awesome. Think about Kenny Omega versus Seth Rollins. Fire match. Know what I mean? But yeah, let me know down below. Would you like to see a little collab between AEW and WWE? I know I would. Let me know down below. So moving on to... Ooh, this one is pretty cool. We haven't seen Andrade in a long time. We know, he's shacked up with Miss Charlotte Flair. They're happy together. They're doing their thing. But in the WWE, on the main roster, he has floundered, he has flopped, he has, tried to get momentum, but he's been dropping hints on his Twitter about NXT, going to NXT, and it looks like we might find Andrade's in NXT here in the near future. I hope that's so, because I liked him in NXT and he was doing his thing over there. He had Selena Vega with him, with her being the mouthpiece. That would be nice if she would be able to come back to NXT, but we know how petty WWE is. Maybe Triple H would say, you know what, come on over here, you don't got to worry about Vince. Let's come over here, Andrade, Selena Vega, team up together, and they do what they do. But yeah, it looks like Andrade has been teasing a move to NXT. I wouldn't be mad at it. I'd say it would be a plus for the NXT roster. What do y'all think? Let me know down below. The chat don't bite, but it does hand out some Ric Flair chops every now and again. So be careful, dip, dodge, and dodgeball. You get it. Oh man. Moving on to the next thing, it looks like I was watching this on the highlights and I had to clean out my ears whenever I heard it, because Jim Ross yelled out, yo, Kenny Omega, the WWE champion. And I was like, wait, what? Wait a minute, when did he become a champion over in WWE? Whoa, Jim, have you been, smoking the wacky tobacco, or, dipping, a little bit too much on that liquor? But, yeah, he screamed out pretty much, Kenny Omega, WWE champion. I love you, Jim Ross, but, your commentary, man, he's getting a little spotty, but I still love you. You're still one of the best in the biz, but maybe just need to lay off a little bit of that Jim Beam or that Jack Daniel or whatever you're drinking, or it could have just been a flat out mistake. He has a lot of memories in WWE, but yeah, I thought that was pretty funny, him calling Kenny Omega the WWE champion. Yeah, I think that's pretty funny. I found that hell of hilarious. And we're going to be moving on to the next piece of news that I got for you. This one I find hell of hilarious if you are a Randy Orton fan. Okay, sorry about that, folks. A little technical difficulty, but we're back now talking about Randy Orton and Snoop Dogg. What about Randy Orton and Snoop Dogg? Well, it looks like Randy Orton tells stories of smoking the ganja with Snoop Dogg before, I'm not sure if it was WrestleMania 24 or 25, I'm not sure which one, but he also said that it wasn't the first time. So, it looks like Randy Orton, the Viper, likes to dabble in a little bit of the green stuff, and I find that a little funny. It says, as you can see over here, like I said, it wasn't his first time, and he says marks, you know, calling the fans marks and whatnot. But yeah, Randy Orton looks like he has smoked the ganja with Snoop Dogg more than on one occasion. And I gotta say, damn, Randy Orton, how in the hell do you pass the wellness policy, the drug tests? Maybe they just don't really, well, you know, he is a, you know, higher up there, so, well, higher up there. But, man, that was a terrible damn joke, man. That was a terrible joke. But, yeah, Randy Orton looks like he has smoked the ganja with Snoop Dogg more than one occasion. And as a fan of Randy Orton, this makes me just a little bit more of a fan already. Y'all already know, you know, I got my medical license. Randy Orton, ganja, Snoop Dogg. Damn, Randy, love to smoke with Snoop Dogg. But going on from that piece of news, ladies and gentlemen, we're moving on to Braun Strowman takes shots at Parker. I can't say his damn last name. He kind of looks like Brock Lesnar. I've talked about him a few times here on the channel, but it looks like him and Braun, with I believe a fan, put out a tweet talking about WrestleMania and stuff like that, how he should be able to go, blah blah blah. But pretty much what Braun said, I have the little thing over here for you, pretty much saying that he shouldn't be able to go to WrestleMania just because he looks like Brock Lesnar and yada yada yada. So it looks like Braun Strowman might be a little jealous. I highly doubt it, but you know, pretty much saying, you know, it ain't gonna happen. You know, he's got to go through NXT, and then maybe if he's still around, you know. I believe it was a fan talking about a match between him and Braun at WrestleMania. I think that's what it was. And then Braun came in, and you see his little tweet that he has over there that he made to Parker. But I have high hopes on Parker. He's a cool dude. Haven't sent him the message yet on a possible interview, hopefully. Fingers crossed. Probably not, but your boy's gonna shoot his shot. But yeah, it looks like there's a little tension between Braun and Parker over a tweet. And yeah, what do y'all think about it? I find it a little dumb, a little over a little tweet, but you know, it is what it is. So moving on from that, sorry if I'm very spaced out right now. Got a lot of stuff that I'm doing, and I'm hella tired right now. I just drank a freaking coffee that had like 10 tons of sugar in it, so that could also be a reason why my brain is psoom, psoom, psoom. So just deal with me tonight. And oh boy. Okay, moving on to some WrestleMania matches that have been put on the table. They are not set in stone right now, but you know, as they say, card, you know, could change. But these are the matches that they have down right now. Edge versus Roman, Belair versus Sasha Banks, Randy versus Bray / The Fiend, and Bad Bunny having a tag match with Damian Priest, and I don't know who's going against. It's saying that it could possibly be The Miz and John Morrison. We'll find out, you know, if Miz cashes in on the Elimination Chamber. I don't know. But he probably will lose if he does that, which I hope, because I really don't see the Miz champion in 2021. I mean, I could be wrong. Vince McMahon is smoking some real good shit, so we don't know. But these are the matches so far that they have on the table. They're not set in stone. Card can change. We've seen that a million times. And going on to the very, very last thing that I have for you, and it has to deal with Keith Lee and Vince McMahon. And it looks like Keith Lee's push crawls to a stop, well, crawls to a slow stop because of Vince McMahon. And Vince McMahon does not see the it factor in Keith Lee, which brings up he might be pulled from the Elimination Chamber match with three-way. That is a big possibility. I've checked a lot of news sources, and unfortunately, it looks like Vince McMahon smoking some weird stuff, because Keith Lee, 300-pound man, doing Spanish flies, doing backflips, showing, you know, freakish strength. That would be everything that you would want as a champion. I mean, yeah, he's a little soft-spoken, but he's a monster, Vince. And if you don't think he is championship material, dude, you are definitely not on your A game no more, because Keith Lee, bask in his glory, and don't you forget about Keith, because I won't. Especially after the stuff that I've seen him do in NXT and other promotions on the indie scenes. You know, he's been doing a lot of good stuff. Like I said, he has power, he has agility, and what people do you know that is like 330 pounds and can do a Spanish fly and a backflip and do the stuff that this man has been doing? Vince McMahon, you were a giant headache and a half times 35. But yeah, folks, Keith Lee, Vince McMahon, not on the same page. I'm hoping that somebody can, you know, get Vince to see what Keith Lee is, because he is a monster. He's championship material. And if y'all agree with me, let me know down below. Sorry if this has been, you know, a little, you know, out there with me being spotty with my stuff. I'm sorry. Like I said, I have drank a lot of coffee, got a lot of stuff. Pops isn't really doing all that well, but thank y'all for your watch time. If you liked the video, put a thumbs up. If you didn't like the video, put a thumbs down. Whatever y'all want to do. And if you've reached this part of the video, type in, oh yeah, we're going with anime for this one, Dragon Ball. Oh yeah. And also, rest in peace, Mr. Suds. You were just laid to rest yesterday, and I miss you, my guy. But with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, the most important part of the video, you always got to remember, regardless of the situation, you always got to keep it just a little bit too sweet, baby. And I'm out of here, folks, and peace in the F out.
Back is back, cause I'm mass destruction. Guess who's here? The bad boys of wrestling. Testing competition, win the war, that's their mission. Not no mercy.